Live from Martin, Tennessee, it's the 2020 Celebration of Generosity and Gratitude Show, featuring comments from Chancellor Keith Carver, UTM student Jordan Reynolds, and the musical talents of the UTM Band. And now, the host for the evening, the real deal, Dr. Charlie Deal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the night's... What's going on? Where is everybody? Well, I gotta go find out what's going on. I'm really confused. Why is there nobody in the ballroom tonight? I had it on my calendar. This is the night we celebrate. I wonder who I could call that could tell me what's going on. I know. I'll call President Boyd.
Hey, Charlie. It's President Boyd here. Well, the good news is you look great. You're suave and debonair, giving that Chancellor Carver a great run for his money. But unfortunately, while you do have the right date, you might recall that there's this pandemic going on. So to keep everybody safe, this year we decided to do everything virtual. But hey, while I've got everybody together, is it possible for me to say a word to them?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, first, I just want to say thank you to all of those that are supporting our Skyhawk Nation and all the investments you've made in our students and our staff and our faculty. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to do the great things that we're able to do. We are going to make this the greatest decade in the history of UT Martin, and it's because of folks like you that we're able to do that. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and I look forward to seeing you in person next year.
Thank you so much, President Boyd, for being here and for helping us celebrate.
Thank you, Charlie.
Wow, I'm so glad President Boyd reminded me why we were not able to be here in person. It's all coming back to me now. I even remember why we sent these donor boxes out. Oh, yes. And we were even going to have our students write on their poster just a simple thank you so they can thank their donors. And the donors, we were going to ask them to write a couple words of why they support our students and our university.
While you take a moment to write your response, a short word from our sponsor.
I am a soldier.
I am an actor.
I'm a graphic designer.
I am a first-generation college student. I
am an engineer, farmer,
athlete,
International student. Sports commentator.
Transfer student.
Together, we are Skyhawks.
My name is Kento, and I am a Skyhawk.
My name is Anna, and I am a Skyhawk.
My name is Ty, and I am a Skyhawk.
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 Just sit here with me.
On the count of three, we're going to show the world why we are here tonight celebrating. 1, 2, 3. The main reason we are gathered virtually tonight is to say thank you to our donors for investing in our students, our programs, and our great university. Hope you've enjoyed the treats you received, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Dear donor, because of you, my dream to attend college and major in communications came true. I made the right choice for UTM. Thank you for believing in me. Signed, Kid Zach.
Dear donor, thank you so much for helping me escape my years of cramped up city life. I'm enjoying being on Rocky Top and living in UT Martin. Signed, Amanda Mayo.
Dear donor, I'm writing this thank you note for a video that I have no clue what it is for, but they gave me a donut this morning and it was good. Thank you for supporting UTM students and our dreams. Signed, Jenna.
Tonight, we're honored to have with us the 11th Chancellor of the University of Tennessee at Martin, Dr. Keith Carver, and UTM student Jordan Reynolds.
In March of this year, our world changed. Because of the outset of the coronavirus, colleges and universities everywhere had to go from face-to-face formats to quickly convert to online formats. Here at UT Martin, we sent everyone home and they finished their classes using their laptops and cell phones and personal computers, whatever they had to connect back to campus. But it also signified the end of work opportunities for over 100 students at UT Martin. We use student employees here, and they're just as valuable as our traditional workers on the campus. They work for us in the libraries, in safety and security. They help us in the farm. They help proctor exams. They work in the tutoring center. And literally, offices all over campus had to suspend those employment opportunities for our students. And it hit hard. We quickly heard from students that were missing money and needed money for rent and food and utilities and internet. An idea was born late in the spring to begin the Displaced Student Worker Fund. This fund, which was supported from friends and alums alike, allowed us to make payments and give mini grants to students who had lost their on-campus job. And it allowed them to get over the hump until they could find other employment opportunities. And it was a fantastic bridge from a very difficult time to get them back onto more stable ground. We're here today with Jordan Reynolds. Jordan was one of the recipients of these funds. Jordan's a student worker in the Paul Meek Library, and we're delighted he's here to share a little bit about his story.
Thank you for having me here. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. So Jordan, so good to have you here. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what you're studying at UT Martin.
Well, I'm a health and human performance major and a neuroscience minor. I'm a senior and I'll graduate in May. I'm actually from Bradford, Tennessee, so not that far away. My Nana actually was a nursing alumni here. She graduated in 2004, I think. So she has always been a big proponent for UT Martin, and she was really for, just trying to stay close to home and getting a good education. And she knew the science program here was as hard as she thought it was for her, so she thought it was good for me.
Oh, that is excellent. Well, obviously growing up in Bradford, kind of a local student to come here. Tell me what surprised you and what you've enjoyed the most about attending school at UT Martin.
Well, I've actually been surprised at how, I'm close to home and everything, but staying here and staying in Martin and living in Martin, I am in my own space. I have my own community here, so it is a whole nother part of my life, but I can still go home. It's not like I'm going to a school that's 6 hours away.
Oh, that's great. So you feel like you're getting the full residential experience, even as a local guy. Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, things got a little crazier earlier this year in March. Because of the coronavirus, we had to suspend in-person classes and quickly move to an online format. And when we did that, we had to send all our students home, and that affected our student employees. And we employ a lot of students here on the UT Martin campus, and you were one of those. Talk about that time and how you felt when you learned that not only were classes going remote, but it was going to impact your employment as well.
Yeah, that was kind of the first thing when we were starting to see other schools were starting to shut down. I think Harvard or one of the schools up north were starting to say, we're not going to have class for the rest of the semester. And we're surely it's not gotten that bad here. And then we saw the UT Systems post and we're oh, and I was actually at work at the time, and I had some friends come in, they're did y'all see? I'm yeah. And then I texted Miss Pat, my supervisor in the media center, and she was well, we don't know exactly what's going to happen yet. But then we got the news, and it was just kind of a shock because oh man, now who's going to hire me during the pandemic? But it was a struggle.
It was a tough time.
But with the student worker fund, that helped a lot because it took a little over a month to find a new job, plus trying to figure out how to do the online school and everything. So luckily, that extra money was especially good because I had some savings, but I knew with that extra cushion, it's all okay, I don't have to worry about my bills. I don't have to worry about my rent. I don't have to worry about any of my utilities going to be like cut off, or my internet, because that was, so now internet is just as vital as food, water, and shelter.
That's right.
So that was a big, big help with going that month without a job.
So how did you initially hear about the Displaced Student Worker Fund, and I guess what did you do immediately after?
Well, Miss Pat, it was either the week after, because I think it was like a Wednesday or Thursday when we found out, and I think it was in the middle of the week, the next week or later in the week. She said, "Hey, just so you know, you need to email this person," and I was like, "Okay, what do I, like just go to their office or email them?" So that's what we did, and luckily we got the money in a couple days. So after everything was processed, so I was extremely grateful for how fast it was too, because I did not expect that at all.
Sure. Well, what would you like to say to the hundreds of individuals across the country who contributed to that Displaced Student Worker Fund?
It was so humbling to know, like, because I know everybody was struggling during this time. The people's investments were going down with the stock market and everything, and people were like having trouble with their own jobs. But then just knowing that people were still able to give and were willing to give to students here at UTM, like that it meant a lot that people still cared enough and, felt that they could give money to help us students, and they probably understood. So that was just a blessing.
That's awesome. Well, Jordan, we're so proud of you. We're glad that you've come through that and on to the other side, and things are a little bit more normal. But I'm so grateful for all of our donors and alums who contributed to that fund to help students just like you get through a really tough patch. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
As you well know, UT Martin is full of very talented people. And some of those very people are going to perform for you right now. Please put your hands together and welcome the UT Martin Band under the direction of Mr. Steve Barnett. As our celebration comes to an end, I want to remind you that there is nothing greater than that of helping others. Our university and our students have benefited greatly from your investment. It will change lives forever, and for that reason, we are grateful. I ask that you join me in raising your glass in a toast to our donors, to our students, and to our beloved university. God bless, stay safe, and always remember to be true to the orange and blue. Go Skyhawks.
Good evening, folks. We sure hope that you enjoyed the show. We hope that this gave you a flavor of campus and hope it brought back old memories and showed you some faces you recognize, but also got to see some of the talent of our current students. Folks, since 1900, we've been educating people right here in Weakley County. And we've had trials along the way with the depression, low enrollment because of wars, but each time the university was able to change, adapt, advance, and come out better on the other side. And while the pandemic has certainly changed things for us, one thing remains true. We're still educating the best and brightest students in West Tennessee and beyond. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us. We've had incredible support this past year and really looking forward to see what next year brings. So speaking of next year, please put on your calendars November 11th, 2021. And we hope to all be together, including President Boyd, in a real live person event. And so thank you so much for being here. We hope you've enjoyed us. And I'll turn it back over to our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Charlie Deal.
Thank you, Chancellor, and thank you all for being here tonight. I want to say a special thank you to the staff, University Advancement, especially Mary Baker and Dana Prince, who put a lot of this together, but all of the Advancement Services staff, as well as the development officers who have joined us tonight. We have several deans who have taken time to be with us tonight as well. These are extraordinary times for our university, but because of people like you, we have been able to come through this, and our students. You put our students first, and we could not be more grateful. Donors, if you indicated on your RSVP that you would like to meet with your student recipient, you should see a button on your screen that will move you to the next room. It'll pop up right in the middle of your screen when I conclude here. And students, if you see the button on your screen, you will also move into that room. There will be a staff person that's in that room that will help facilitate that meeting between the different donors and the student recipients of the scholarships. So if you see that, please go ahead and select it. If you do not see that, but you thought you were going into a room, if you would just please stay on this when it concludes, and we will make sure we give you great assistance in getting you into your room. So at this time, again, want to say thank you. For those who are not joining a room, you may log off by hitting the red leave button in the right corner. All the others, you'll see your message coming up in the middle of your screen, and we will see you virtually in your breakout room. Good night and have a great night.